You want to kick it off?
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey, Todd always asks us to come on here and do social media training. So I said, well, no better person to ask than my good friend James, my brother. Then I also asked some amazing women to jump on with us because as I'm always observing, watching, learning, taking in, grabbing ideas. So I thought about some women. It was a few more I asked. They couldn't make it, but trust me, we're gonna schedule out some times to get them on as well. But Misty, Ursula, and Stephanie, I've been watching them, and I watch how they utilize their social media to gain traction, also get sales, and also eventually have new team members come on. So if you if you would like new sales online, put a 5 in the comments if you would like new sales online. Uh, because what these women are doing and what we watched over the holidays and also going forward, I really thought of Misty first. So Misty was one of the first people I seen ever do something like this, and so Misty, I'm gonna come to you first, and then I'm gonna allow James to ask you questions as well. But Misty, we watched you over the holidays do like these promos, these little things where people can win free drops from you. And if you haven't seen Misty's page as she's talking, I'm gonna pull up her Facebook so you can see what I'm talking about. But Misty, I know you did the one with the jingles, then you did another one for New Year's, and I know you had a lot of people purchase drops from you over that time. So, Misty, could you just share your mindset on that? Because I believe creativity on social media will always generate sales and leads for you from a business standpoint.
Yeah, so definitely you you know the one of the main reasons was for engagement. And some people will play a game when they won't necessarily message you say they want drops. They'll play a game to win drops, but they won't necessarily say, "Hey, I want the drops." So it kind of helped me to see who in my audience was actually curious about the drops, but they just didn't want to spend the money on them or didn't want to ask about them. So it opened up the ability to communicate with people that I hadn't communicated with before about the drops because I don't like cold messaging people. So it gave me a whole nother list of people to reach out to, because everyone that played that did the jingle, like I went back and I messaged them. And I told them, thank you for doing this. And I gave them some information or asked them, did they want any more information on the drops? I also offered them a way to go in and do a hosted post for me as well. I did one yesterday. That funny picture there was I found on Pinterest, but anyway, it was for engagement. It was to get, like I said, to reach another group of people. And then it was also, to kind of create a little bit of curiosity for people who hadn't seen it. Because the more people that comment on it, the more Facebook pushes that out into the algorithm. So it was, definitely had like a threefold reason to, behind it.
I have some questions, Misty, because this was so genius. In fact, a lot of us, thank you for giving this idea. If you guys have been tuning in to our IPA calls, Misty shared this throughout the holidays. In fact, if any one of you did one of Misty's posts like this Jingle Bells one, put a 1 in the comments. I did. It got me customers and everything. I'm curious because Misty, if you were to guess in all of your network marketing career from just social media, how many customers do you think you've gotten personally just through social media?
Oh, all of them. Like that,
Wow.
probably, gosh, 5, 6, 700. I mean, if we think about this company as well as the one previously, yeah, definitely.
Wow. 5 to 700 customers. I'm sure we all want a fraction even of that. So this is my question, like, because when I got started in social media, I had no social media following. I was so shy I couldn't even order food at a restaurant. I didn't know what to post. It just overwhelmed me. It seemed crazy. And then I see someone like you. I'm like, man, you're just crushing it. Were you born a social media superstar?
No, I still don't think I am. I think I just get lucky sometimes.
Wow.
I think it's the favor of God is the only thing I could, because I was the same way. Like I didn't post a lot, and then when I got into network marketing, I kind of spread my wings a little bit and learned to do things. And I also followed This idea was not original to me. I can't take credit for it. This was something that we did in another company, and it was something I just remembered one day, and I was like, wow, why don't I try that with this? And it took off. So I'm very thankful for whoever it was that originated this idea that I borrowed it from, but I can't take credit for it.
Wow. So I'd love to know, because you're coming out with a lot of these types of things. So guys, there's tactics and then there's mindset. If you want to get paid like a job, only memorize the tactics. If you want to get paid like Misty does, you want to learn the mindset. Who here wants to get paid like Misty Isis does? Put a 2 in the comment to give you a wave, right? Like that's what I want to extract from today. Because if you just follow people like Misty and Stephanie and Ursula and everyone we're going to talk to, you're going to get a lot of these stats. You're going to get a lot of these cool things, but you want to be able to evolve from there. So I'm curious, Misty, when you're thinking about making posts like these, you have a foundation, you're emulating and you're grabbing from other people, but what goes through your mind as you're thinking about creating a social media post? Like, how does this come about?
I guess I think about my audience. I've done some training, and they teach you to think about who's watching you and who is your audience, who is your ideal avatar is one term that's used for it. Just think about who you're speaking to. And with weight loss, we really have a wide audience. And then with hormone balance, I mean, that covers everybody. So, sometimes you want to think about a specific group of people when you're making a post. Like, someone said on the thing, I think, about focusing on men as well as women, that a lot of times we focus on women when it comes to weight loss. So just, sometimes you can pull out and focus on a specific group of people, but then sometimes we can let that post reach everybody. So, the last one I did with hormones, we all have hormones and they all need to be balanced. So just basically think about the audience, think about who you're talking to, and then let your post be something that you're saying specific to that person. Like, this is specifically for you, James. I know, you love the Lord. Let's throw out a Bible verse for James. Let's, just think about the audience, the people that you're speaking to.
Okay. So here's what I'm getting from you. I don't view social media as just this like advertising platform. I view my social media as a service platform to provide value for people that are watching. So at the end of every single thing that we do, think, who am I speaking to? In fact, who do you want to talk to? Like, put in the comments below, who's your person? And here's a hint. The best person to serve typically is who you just were. Maybe it was the beginning of your transformation. Maybe it was who you were like a year or two ago. But if you have that person in mind, you're very intentional and you're literally having a conversation. It's just like if you went to a coffee shop and you hung out with someone, it's the same on social media. But Ant, can you pull back up Misty's Jingle Bells post? Because I'd love to break down how we can all do this today. Because if you haven't done it, one assignment I'd love us to go into is to do this, and then we can figure this out. All right. So let me see once you have it up. But okay, so can you describe to us, Misty, so this jingle bells or whatever type of word that you use, how do you do it?
Well, you can think about like the holiday, whatever the next holiday is, whatever, like last night I did one on hormone balance, and I just took the 2 words and I said the last person to say hormone before I say balance. That's what I did. New Year's, we did Happy New Year. You could really do anything. I mean, if it's your birthday month, you could say the last person to say happy before I say birthday. The sky's the limit. February's Valentine's Day, the last person to say, I or be my before, Valentine, anything like that. Just whatever's before us, I guess, at the time, whatever season it is or whatever.
Okay. So the way this post works is it says the last person to say word before I say word gets something like a discount. So you did a 50% discount on your body balancing drops. So yes. I'd love to even ask the audience, what are 2 words that you can do that are relevant for right now? Like, let's create something today that we can use, so throw them in the chats as you're thinking about this. So you make this post, and then what it's doing is it's having, like, what does this actually do when you post this?
Well, it's getting people's attention. It's grabbing their attention. It's letting them be involved. So it's getting engagement. You know, it's creating curiosity. If you're offering a discount, they've never heard of it. So it's doing a number of different things.
Okay, gotcha. And I'm seeing some cool words here. New you, weight loss, snowman, snowstorm. I love this. Use all of these, right? These are coming from your creative imagination. The best post is one that's coming from you, right? So
Right.
post a picture, post those. So the last person to say you before I say new gets a 50% discount. So then they're commenting the word. And then what do you do with the comments then next?
So for Facebook's algorithm, I always love it or like it. I think love gets a little bit more attention, but I always do that. And then I make a comment back to them. And I may have not done that on this one, but it's really important that you engage with each person and you respond to each comment, because what that does is that tells Facebook, hey, I'm friends with this person. I like, you know, and so it starts showing them more of your stuff. The more you engage with your audience, the more Facebook will show your stuff to them. That's what I've learned through just through communicating with a post. You always want to reply to the comments.
Gotcha. Perfect. So engage back with them. And then you're not only going to talk to the person that wins, but what do you do with everyone else after that?
With this particular one, I went through and I messaged everyone and I told them, thank you for playing. It was so much fun. And I just started a conversation in Messenger, which is another way to get yourself out. Anytime you take a conversation into Messenger, that tells Facebook, oh, they're even closer than just acquaintances. So they're going to start seeing more of your stuff. So then I went over and offered them to win. If they wanted to try to win a free box, they could do a host to post. And so I got some host to posts from this as well.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. So
I
you
love
gave
that
them an
idea.
opportunity to do something else. So host a post. If you're not familiar, go to your boards and you can do that. Something that I've seen people do too is they tell them the discount, you know, you didn't win the discount, but I still have discounted boxes myself. Would you be more information? So it just creates an excuse to have another opportunity. And when I've seen this do, Misty, it's so genius. It gives you a whole pre-qualified list of people that are raising their hand saying, I want the drops.
Right. And it's a warm lead. It's not a cold lead. We don't like cold leads. We like the warm leads. So that's, yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And so we have a couple of questions for you, Misty. One question said, how do you choose the winner? Is it just pretty much whenever you say bells, the last person above that? Above that is pretty much. Okay.
That's it. And I just, you know, when I say it's time, I'm going to go and do it. I just go to the post and whoever it is, that's just who it lands on. Obviously, if it's somebody that's in the company, because, you know, we help each other out like that. If it's somebody that's in the company, I'll wait a little bit longer, you know, until it's a customer, someone that could be a potential customer.
Okay. Awesome. And then
and you can set a timer. You can say, I'm going to let this run for an hour, whatever. It's really up to you to decide, you know, when you're going to stop it. Some people had 800 comments. I couldn't even imagine. And a lot of it was the same couple of people that were back and forth trying to win. So a lot of times people will take it and it'll just take off and run like that. So that's always fun too.
Okay. And then a question that came up, it said, if they do a host a post for you, do you give them the free box just for doing it, or do you give them the sales and then, or do you explain it like that, or do you which route do you go?
So that would vary. What I generally do is tell them if they do the host to post and I sell 3 boxes of drops on that post, they'll get a free box. And if that happens, then what I'll do is I'll tell them, and, you know, I'll get them signed as a partner. We'll have the discussion about signing as a partner to get the 3 boxes, and I'll sell those 3 boxes under them instead of out of my stock.
Super smart. And if you guys aren't familiar, in the Slenderize SOG boards, there is a folder called Host a Post. We're not going to train that today because it's all in here literally already. So you can just take the post, take the caption. It gives you scripts on what to tell your person as well too. And it just gives tons of leads at everything. So I love that. I love that. So Misty, thank you so much. This gave a lot of inspiration. I'd love to know who here is committed to sometime this week doing something like what Misty just taught us. Give me a wave or put a 5 in the comments. And all these questions, you'll figure it out, by the way. all the doing, because Misty, the reason why she's succeeding is she saw an inspiration. She said, let me do it. She didn't know all the details. She just said, let's just try it. And you figure it out along the way. Isn't that right, Misty?
Yes, I make it up as I go.
Yeah. So there's not one right way to do this. You make it right towards what it is that you want to be able to do. So I love that. Thanks so much, Misty. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And who's next?
Next we have, well, they're a dynamic duo, so I'm actually gonna ask both of them to come up at the same time and just kind of talk about it, because you know, social media isn't, like James said, isn't just something where we're just looking to get all customers, but you also got to bring value and got to show people a lifestyle. And these two women, they literally bring their life into their post outside of the 9 and 3 on social media, and that is Ursula and Stephanie. So Ursula and Stephanie, I asked, now Stephanie's not a morning person, so we'll see if we get her camera on. No, I called them yesterday and she said okay, but she's up and about, and so I'm gonna ask these women to come on, and me and James will ask questions. But these two women literally bring their life into their social media. Like if they're going to the gym, if they're going out with their kids, they actually add it into it. So it makes it look like a real person on their social media. So I just want them to come talk about that, because I see a lot of people posting 9 and 3, but outside of 9 and 3, nobody's posting about what they're doing. Take people on your journey. I talk to Todd all the time about that. Hey, take people on your journey. Like you travel a lot. Well, post it in your story and post it online, and show people that you're a real person, So Stephanie and Ursula, we'd love for you to come and share how y'all do that on a daily basis as well. Oh, we got to get them unmuted here. Let's see.
That would be a good step. Or we'll learn how to do lip reading real well.
Okay, I'm trying to get my camera on. I'm sorry.
Your camera is on. We see you.
Okay, good. Ursula, are you on?
Of course I'm on. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Hey, ladies. So I'd love, for those of us that don't know you, a lot of us know you, but for those of us that don't know, we'd love to hear just a quick background. What were you doing prior to Partner Co? And how long have you been involved now? And how has this impacted your life? Like maybe in a minute or two. But Stephanie, do you mind sharing real quick?
Okay, I worked at a school, elementary school here in Chipley, Florida. So it's a pre-K center, and I was teaching 4-year-olds. So we had 24-year-olds in a class. And when I hit summer break, because I signed up in March, when I hit summer break, I was like, I'm just going to do this kind of as a side hustle where I can lay by the swimming pool, go to the beach, and make money. So living that bougie life, everybody says. So I started it just kind of as a, I love to shop. So I just started it as little extra income. And by the end of summer, I did not want to go back to my full-time job. So I did not.
Wow.
I stayed home. Yes.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. And we'll dive into
And I
that.
have never, and I've never done social media sales before.
Wow. Okay. I'm excited to learn from that bougie lifestyle and how you're posting it, everything. Ursula, how about for
No.
yourself? Quick little background.
Yes, I am a stay-at-home. Well, I was nursing, but when COVID hit, I came home and brought my kids home. So I'm a homeschool mommy of 6, from the age of 13 to 5. My husband does work outside of the home. So I'm basically here taking care of them, being their chauffeur, cooking all their meals and cleaning and washing and all the good stuff. But I I had been praying about some things. I actually did your fast while I was praying about some things. Yes, it helped me tremendously. And I was just looking for something to be able to help my family financially, because living on one budget with one check with a family of 8 is really tough, especially when they're all in extracurricular activities as far as, travel baseball, travel softball, cheer, whatever it is, horseback riding. It's tight. And sometimes we, trying to figure out how to make it to the next paycheck. So I had seen Stephanie posting some things in March, around the end of March, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And I saw her when I was dropping off my baby. She was going to pre-K 4, and she told me a little bit about it, and I was like, "No." And it was during the fast, and and then I thought about it, and I'm like, "Okay, so if God has placed this in my life, who am I to say no?" I'm not a seller. And Stephanie will tell you that. She's my talker. um, I do the behind the scenes stuff. But for him to place that in my life when he did, and for me to question that, who am I to question that? I can't do that. So I stepped out on faith, and I was like, fine, Stephanie, I'll do it, because I was struggling with my weight, my hormones, and just looking for that next thing. And within the first week, lost 7 to 8 pounds. Financially, it has been such a blessing to my family. It helped pay for Christmas. It's helped pay for our groceries. It's helped pay for gas. It's helped pay for things that I wouldn't have been able to help pay for. So I can tremendously say that God has blessed me with financially. He's blessed me with extended family that I'm so thankful for, that who speaks life into me each and every day. And I'm truly, truly thankful for that.
We're thankful for both of you guys. That is incredible. I hear obedience and I hear stepping out in faith against fear, because I think a lot of us, myself included, Ursula, when I think about social media, it's overwhelming. It's scary. It's not me. I'm the type of person that if I'm at a party, I'm the wallflower. I don't talk to anyone. So social media, that's a weird thing. But it's because you're obedient and you knew what you wanted, and you were able to overcome those fears and then step into this, and now you're crushing it at everything. So I love to dive into what Ant's saying about weaving in your lifestyle. So how do you look at your social media besides the posting for the drops? If you're not posting, if you're posting at least twice a day for the drops, by the way, put a 2 in the comments, because if not, start with that. At least do the 7-day social media launch. It works, but then there's more to that. So let's start with Stephanie. So as you're putting together your social media, how do you think about it? Like, what are some of the things that you're posting besides the drops?
Well, we do a lot of events. Me and Ursula has been setting up a lot of events. So I've been doing here lately, my husband does TikTok. So I don't even have the TikTok app. The only thing that I do is like I get stuck on the reels. I get stuck watching Facebook reels or Instagram reels. So I've started some reels myself, but I love taking pictures. So everywhere we go at events, even if we're just shopping, if we're, I don't know. I mean, I
Coffee
have
shop.
my camera out. Yeah, coffee shop. I take pictures of just little things, and then I can intertwine that in my social media. I can do a collage, I do a post, I set the reels with a cute little like Christmas jingle song. So my camera or my phone camera is loaded down with just pictures because Missy says she's the paparazzi.
She is.
I do. I take pictures. I don't know. I love posting on social media. I've never been scared to post on social media.
So is it that
So I just
oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
oh, no worries. I'm looking over your social media now. If you're not friends with Stephanie Wilson, follow her. So as I scroll through this, I want us all to think, if you're like a prospect, if you're a friend of Stephanie's and you look down here, I'm like, oh, okay. It looks like Stephanie's doing some big things, right? This is how people think. And then they scroll down,
Yeah.
right? Isn't this how we scroll? They're like, oh, she supports small businesses, cool. Oh, what's this? Skinny drops. That's interesting. Right? They scroll cars. Oh, that's a nice truck.
Yep.
Like, that's
That's
awesome.
my son's truck.
It's a nice truck.
He just
Yes.
got it. Yeah.
Hashtag goals right there, you know?
He's 21 and he just bought his first big purchase. And so it was just, I was like, that's sweet.
Oh, there we go. So you're posting about
Yeah,
everything. Oh, say it. Sorry,
yeah.
go for it.
No, you're fine. He's a paramedic. So he was just, he's proud that he just bought his first big purchase.
Gotcha. This is awesome. So really it's just posting, you're documenting your life and you're sharing people your life. Remember, none of us are, our lives are not only Partner Co. Our lives are not only
Right.
drops. In fact, put in the comments, what are some things that are significant to you in your life? Like, let's do some brainstorm here. If you were to average it out, Stephanie, like how many non-drops or business related posts did you versus like a drops or business related post?
I do my 9 and 3. And then throughout the day, I post, friends, family, fun. I don't know. I just, what I do, if I post, I try to turn it around and post on my story. And then I post on my Instagram story or my Snapchat story. So the same post that I post regular for everybody to see, because some people will kind of scroll through your stories before they scroll through your Facebook. So the exact same post that I post on my social media that day, I turn it around, I crop it, and I put it on my story.
Oh, wow. So literally, this is what I'm hearing. Stories, if you're not familiar with it, Facebook and Instagram have it. It expires after 24 hours and you can put whatever that you want. So literally you just treat your Facebook feed like an ongoing story and just
I do.
That's so smart.
Well, and I have a 19-year-old, and so Keegan's like, Mom, nobody kind of, their age, she's like, nobody scrolls Facebook and look at that. Everybody just looks at stories. So in that age group, I mean, they can turn it around and be like, hey, Mom, have you saw Keegan's mom? She's selling these drops. So with that age group, they're all about looking at the story. So I throw it on my Instagram story and everything too, or Snapchat story.
Wow. Okay. That is like hyper intelligent. That's repurposing and getting really smart about your time. And that's how, Stephanie, you're able to do this as a busy woman doing everything that you are doing right now. In fact, if you don't know how to do this, here's something I'm going to do based on what Stephanie just said. I'm going to start posting this week. I'm going to try it, right? Everything here, guys, it may or may not work for you, but it's working for them. So I'm going to try it and not doubt until I do it, right? I'm just going to start posting on my feed, all of my stories. And you know what you can do? Here's a pro tip. If you post on your feed, on your Facebook, I think most people are Facebook people, you can actually click on share and you can click on share to your story and just automatically shares to your Facebook. And you can Google this, by the way, any tech related stuff. If you find a way to link your stories from your Facebook to your Instagram, it also automatically shares it onto your Instagram. So you don't have to redo everything. So awesome.
And you can save them. Like if you do like your little, like the little Santa Claus dancing or something like that, you can even hit the save down there and turn it around. And it's like a little video that you can post back on social media too.
So how do you do that? You can save it?
Like when you post on your story and you do like a little dancing Santa. Yeah, you know how at the I think it's the bottom left, you can hit save.
So save your stories on as a video and then you can repurpose that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Perfect. So people buy from
it's just like eye-catching. Yeah, something eye-catching.
Makes sense. When I look at Stephanie, what I think is she's a normal person. Like she's just like you and me. Like, isn't she so approachable even when you see her here? Because people buy from people they like, know, and trust, and that's a big thing. But that also gets them to buy into the things that you're doing as well. Because Ursula, you shared in your story, you were just looking at Stephanie, and then you're like, what is she doing? So what on your end, as you were looking over Stephanie's stuff, what was going through your mind as you were just following her feed and stuff?
What she got into now, if this product, if it worked, like that social media is a way for me, that we keep up with our friends and family that we don't get to see a lot. And so, when she started posting, she posts clothes that she's selling, and sometimes she posts something about the drops. And I was like, okay, so what is she doing now? So it kind of had me intrigued when she started, posting the drops while she was out at the pool and posting the drops. I was like, what is she doing? So of course I had to ask. And then the product, after she got me started on them. You know, they spoke for themselves, you know?
Makes
So,
sense. That's,
yeah.
that's a good tip right there. Don't only post the product, but post you using them. Like people want to know how you're using this. Like by the pool, I love that. You know, it's like maybe you're eating
Yes.
something, whatever, playing with your kids. I saw horses in the chat, being on your horse. I don't know, right? Just implementing them into your lifestyle because people they want to see themselves being able to use this. So Ursula, for you, as you've been posting on social media, what are some tips that you can give to us that have been working for you?
I just try to, because you hear a lot of people say, well, I don't have enough time, or I'm too busy, or I'm too this. I just implement it into my everyday life. So it's not like an extra task that I have to do. So like, for instance, yesterday, like I was answering messages back and forth, but then I was also sitting down doing homeschool work with all of my children. So I post a picture of all my kids at the table, you know, doing schoolwork. You know, it's not that I'm doing anything extra. I'm just incorporating it into what I'm already doing.
Makes sense.
So when I'm at horseback riding lessons, like, hey, I'm able to enjoy my child doing horseback riding and still be able to work the business and sit in on these Zoom calls on Thursday mornings. So I just, wherever baseball field, I'll do the same thing. I'll take a picture. I'm talking to someone about the drops. I've taken a picture with someone if they bought drops for me from the baseball field. So I just normal everyday stuff. I mean, I'm just normal person just like anyone else, and I'm just as busy as everyone else, but I make it work for me. So if I'm out and about, if I'm shopping with Stephanie, or we're at the coffee shop, or wherever it may be, we're sitting down for a brunch or dinner, we take a picture, and this is how we enjoy sharing about the company, about the products, and still be able to enjoy life. You know, it makes it fun. It's not like it's not work. It's just fun.
Perfect.
I love that. I love that, you guys, because I watch so many people who get maybe frustrated that I don't know what to post. And what y'all just brought back to reality was y'all just post ordinary things that you're already doing on social media. It just, and on your stories as well. So, and I just love that because that is what our friends and our audience is looking for. There's other stay-at-home moms that's just like Ursula that want that are looking. There's also other women who want the bougie life, like Stephanie. Like, you know what is she doing? I want to be a part of that. And so when you start doing those type of things, and like James said, that somebody put horses in there. I see there's people that's into real estate. There's all type of things that you can post online outside of your drops that will draw people's interest, and then they'll be like, hey, like James did, what has James been up to? What has Ursula been up to? What has Misty been up to? And so we encourage y'all to do the ordinary lifestyle. If you, I know Melissa and Andrew, they love to travel. And I remember telling them one time, well, as you're traveling, take pictures, go live, because trust me, there's other couples out there that want to be a part of something like that. They were like, hey, how do they have so much freedom to travel together and have all this type of fun? So always remember that your friends and even people you don't know are watching. There's several people on this call that I'm pretty sure James didn't know. They have joined his organization. Same thing with me. There's several people on here that has joined my organization over the years because they said, Anthony, I want to just be a part of what you have going on. So I encourage y'all to go follow these women. Pretty much their names are just like they are on Facebook. And all you have to do is type them in and just go find them and just follow them. And then, like James said, just start implementing. You know what? If you're brand new and you haven't done just the 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. post, we encourage you to do that. And on boards, there's a whole social media 7-day launch there that you'll just have something to post. And then maybe I always encourage, Brent Palmer always told me you got to bring value to people. So I always figure out a way that I can bring value. So for mine is more uplifting scriptures, just keeping people positive on a daily basis. But everybody has their own way that they want to do it. So
love this. I have an assignment for everybody. So I don't know if you guys saw me. I literally pulled out my phone while I'm on this training. What I want to challenge everyone today to do is this. Take a screenshot of this. I see Nancy has her phone up. take a video at some point, and let me show you literally what I'm going to do right now. And thank you, Stephanie and Ursula, because I'm coachable. I want to do what you guys are doing. So I'm going to go to my Facebook. I took this little video that you see right here, and I'm just going to post it onto my feed. I'll create this as I'll just do a post. All right. And I'm just going to say something like, love spending my Saturday mornings learning from these rock stars. I'll just say something simple like that. I'm just going to post this right now. And now I have some content. All of us can do this. If you think this is doable, put a me in the comments below. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to my Facebook and I'm going to, once it posts, so I'm waiting for it to post. Once it posts, I'm going to share this down, wherever it comes down to. I'll do it later. And I'm going to share it onto my story. And now it's just going to be multiple different things, you know? So
Yes.
Stephanie, Ursula, any last words? This has been super enlightening.
Just have fun with it. Have fun with it. You know, watch everybody else. Like Misty's post was amazing. Just, you know, just, I don't know. I love having the other people that we all can jump on and I say steal their post, screenshot their post, and everybody is okay with it. And they're like, hey, I created that. I did that. So it's fun. Just have fun with it. And people are definitely watching.
Awesome. Ursula, any last words on your end? I think she's
Did we
trying to-
lose her?
Yes.
There you are.
No, he had me muted. Just stay consistent, have fun with what you're doing. It's not work. It's fun. It's helping people. Just remember that. And also just be real. When I'm looking at people's posts and things like that, I want to see them. I don't want to see perfect all the time because my life is not perfect every day. In the midst of doing laundry and washing dishes, and just be your true self. And because people can see that, they can read through your posts, they can see through your posts. So they have to be able to relate to you. And if they can't, then they're going to continue to pass you by. So always just be yourself, be honest, be open, because that's how you're going to draw your people to you.
Love this. Let's give them a
Yes.
huge round of applause, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm already seeing people post it. In fact, I got to give a shout out. You see, the most successful people in this business are those that are always coachable. Our own Todd Rowland, Coach Todd, just posted and he took a screenshot. So way to take immediate action. Seriously, it's these little things that make all the difference, right? So you never know what's going to work. Awesome. Anthony.
Awesome. And yeah, so we have one more special guest, you guys, today. That she actually did an amazing training just yesterday, I believe it was, on being a digital creator and how to utilize that on social media. So this lady is she's actually not, she hasn't been in our company too long, but she has an amazing experience and expertise on social media. So Miss Cat, I would love to ask you to come on and unmute yourself, and we're gonna spotlight you here, Miss Cat. And she also posted the link in the chat, and we'll get that reposted here, and we'll also put it all over the social media platform so you can watch that recording from yesterday. But Miss Cat, we'd love for you, one, to tell us who you are, tell us a little bit about you and your background, if you don't mind.
Good morning, Partner Co family, and I've been taking some good notes. This has just been golden this morning. Oh my goodness. Love it, love it. My name is Kat Dugan. I'm really brand new with this company, only been in a few months. My background is, one of my big former roles was I was vice president of marketing and public relations for a $132 million company. So I have a degree in marketing, freaking love social media. What I've seen in the last couple of months, though, is many of us, whether we're new or we're not so new with Partner Co, is we don't know some very basics about how to promote and what to set up on our accounts. Everybody needs a digital creator account. I dropped in chat the quick link It's less than 2 minutes to set up a digital creator account. On Thursday, I did a custom training on what you need to know first on a digital creator account, how to get started. Also in this chat this morning, I pulled the latest research on how to let what you post go viral. Since having a digital creator account, mid September, I now reach 57,000 people a month.
Dang.
57,000 people a month. It's important to note, because it's important to have your post be public. 97% of that 57,000 that I hit a month are not followers. They are not friends with me on Facebook. So I'm getting people reach out to me from all over the world that are going, wow, that was a great post. And somebody mentioned about the importance of commenting every single post. When somebody comments to you, that is true. To set your algorithms go further, post an emoji with a comment, maybe a heart, thank you, maybe a heart, I'm so grateful, thank you, heart, hands up, whatever you need to do to put the algorithms up. And I also went over what algorithms were or are. It's just how you are rated on social media, and it allows you to get into more gates. Facebook Meta is a gatekeeper. And the more we play around and know the rules of algorithms will help your posts have more reach. Now, I don't necessarily recommend this. I did do 2 semi-controversial posts in the last month. One got 25,000 impressions and about 800 comments. So, don't know whether you want to do that or not, but that is something that you might want to do. I've been posting in our team chat some of the slides. We are going to need to re-record it because I had the gallery view on instead of the speaker view. So I will coordinate with Ashley and Todd to see when is best. I do have availability next Tuesday at 7 p.m., but I will get with Todd and Ashley to see, for the good of the whole team, when's the best time. But that's some of the information that I've noticed to help people go viral. Those 9 and 3 posts are absolutely critical. The first week that I did the 7-day challenge, get this, my net in the first week was $1,600. Now, if you're not familiar with a lot of business stuff, terminology, there's gross, less your expenses, and then you get your net profit. So in the first week of being a digital creator, my net profit was $1,600. That ain't bad money for a very part-time gig, folks. I pulled the stats, and on average, a digital creator can make $1,000 to $10,000 a month. That's the long range of being a new digital creator. The average, when you're doing all of the stats right, all of the posts, the fun, the family, the faith, the products, you make on average $6,000 a month. I'm doing so much on social media now. I am literally getting courted by other direct selling companies. So, I was not expecting that. So those are some tips and tricks. I will get, my profile is kathleen.e.dugan. I'm friends with Ashley and Todd and Anthony Moreland and Ashley and Reese Antley. Oh, thank you so much for pulling that, James.
You got it.
James online. You don't feel shy about following those of us in Partner Co. When you're a digital creator, you can follow along. And when you look to see in the birthdays, make sure you're posting about people's birthdays every single day. An important part of the algorithms is that you bring value before you sell. So on IG, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, make sure you are commenting first on other people's posting about birthdays first before you post anything. Your algorithms will zoom. So.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see that Zoom right there. question for you, Kat, because I know a lot of us, when we come into Facebook or social media, we were on social media just for friends and family. We didn't want to be public. Some of us are skeptical about Facebook. Some of us are scared of other people trying to, see our life. We want it to be private. And some of us even, like I've had this happen many times where they're like, I even have some enemies out there in the world that I don't want them to see my stuff. What would you say to that person?
Thank you so much for bringing that up. One, I'll admit to you, I'm an established businesswoman. I will say it. I'm an award-winning businesswoman. I was scared to death to do the 7-day challenge. I made my digital creator account completely public. I was scared to death, but you know what? I've been in direct network marketing for a long time. I'm coachable. I'm hungry. I need to make more money. And I trust my leadership. And when they told me to do it, Kat, you just need to go do the 7-day challenge, I trusted them. I have faith in our leadership. That boards app that we have is freaking gold. And we have all the tools. And I've been sharing with people on our team and the Elite Legacy team under Lisa and Mike Guidry more tools to be more successful, and also how to use hashtags. There's a strategy on how to use hashtags. So I taught that on Thursday night as well. Don't be afraid. The secret sauce to social media is you. You are the secret sauce. Be authentic. People do business when they know, like, and trust somebody. And my authenticity and me being real on social media has soared my social media.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm just curious, what was the controversial post you made?
I made 2. There is the most recent one was about religious rights being taken away. And I'm a part of the Voice of Martyrs all around the world with Christian persecution. So I follow that, and I posted something about that, and people made it a theological post, and that's not what it was about. It was about Christians being persecuted around the world and our religious rights and freedoms in this country being taken away. That was one of them. The other one was about the ecological differences and the untruths that are being shared in the mainstream media about electric vehicles.
Powerful. Okay, so 2 things I caught from today. Number 1, assignment. If you're not yet a digital creator or you don't know what that is, study up on what that is, follow Kat's link. It's in the chat. And what it'll allow you to do, for those of you that are asking, I saw a lot of questions saying, well, I can't post at 9 and 3 because I'm too busy at that time. I'm at work. Well, when you're a digital creator, you can schedule your posts so they can just come out and everything. Is that right, Kat?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Perfect.
And you can schedule about a week out.
Yeah, you can
That's
schedule
amazing.
the whole week out. So for everybody who say, hey, I'm busy Monday through Friday, or, I'm at the office or I'm at the hospital, hey, you can literally schedule it out for the whole week. Take about 10, 15 minutes of your time and schedule it on out throughout the week. It's absolutely amazing feature.
Yes. And I'll show you real quick. If you don't know how to schedule or change your profile, watch that tutorial if you have further questions, but I'll just show it real quick. If you're on your phone, for example, same as desktop, if you just go to this little 3 dots right here next to your profile, it'll pull up some options. It'll pull you a menu. On the bottom, it'll say, mine says turn off professional mode because it's already on there, but yours will say something like turn on professional mode or something like that. It's really easy. It sets you to public, so you can do a lot of cool advanced features and all of that. Second thing I got from Kat is this. For the bold, who here considers yourself a little bit bold? Put a me in the comments or give me a wave, right? There's a saying that if you don't stand for anything, you fall for everything. And what the world needs more than anything right now is the boldest, authentic version of you in this world. That means that we're going to have to counteract our natural people-pleasing tendencies. I'm a self-professed people pleaser. I want you all to love me, but I know that's not possible. But it's important that every now and then you share who you actually are. You can tune this to however level of intensity you want. But my challenge to everyone, from what Kat said, is post something this week you really believe in that maybe others might not. Many of us are people of faith. Maybe you're loudly professing that Jesus is Lord. Some of you are very loud with politics. Maybe one little thing, be careful, be mindful, right? Just like kind of think what's something that actually is a big piece of who you are that could be a little bit polarizing, maybe. Don't go off the deep end. Don't be cussing people loud. Don't be intentionally offending people. That's not our goal. Something in schooling, maybe education. Who here is passionate about your children's education or your grandchildren's education, right? There's many different topics that if you take a stand on, you will get hate on it, but you will also get lovers as well too. And all you need in your business is some group that absolutely loves who you are. You don't need everyone. You just need some. I mean, Kat, in 7 days, $1,600 net profit. I think all of us would love to take that. I know. But Kat, thank you so much for your wisdom. Any other things on your heart as we end today?
I think you just hit the nail on the head, though. People need authenticity. We all have hearts. This world needs to see more of our heart, our kindness, our love, our belief. I did a post at like 7 a.m. about, you know what? You're going to hear a lot from me. We all need to better protect our sleep, our boundaries. Be you and be bold and be impactful. And God bless you all for wanting to help the world.
Thank you so much, Kat. Let's give Kat some love in the chat. And I'll toss it back to you.
Well, today was absolutely amazing. I have a page full of notes that I just kept jotting down. I said, hey, you know what? I need to implement that. I'm pretty sure you do as well, James.
Oh, yeah.
But James, that's all we pretty much had. Todd, Ashley, was there anything else that y'all wanted to add? Or
Nope,
ask?
that's perfect. I have one question I get asked all the time.
Okay.
And that is the 9 and 3 post. Are they skinny drop post only, or when do you put the family fun in there? Is that a additional post?
That's additional post. So you would do the 9 and 3, whichever time zone you're in, your 9 and 3, your skinny drop post, and then come back, around 11, 12 and post something about family, maybe what you're having for lunch or what you're reading, or 6 a.m., the evening time. So anytime outside of that, that's when you post the family fun. And on your story now that could be all day anything. You could just I love posting things that's sports related, funny, but also post my motivation. So it's like a mixture in throughout my story on Instagram and on Facebook.
Makes sense. And Todd, I have a quick question. I saw that you posted the February Accelerator event. Are there still tickets available for that?
There are overflow room tickets available. We're not going to treat it like an overflow room. We're going to simulcast both directions. But there is another link out there somewhere. I do not have it in my possession. I don't know if Andrea or Anthony or somebody has it. They could put it out there, but there are a few tickets left. I do think the hotel is sold out, but you can Airbnb really close. I know Kristen White just got an Airbnb about a mile down the road that sleeps like 18 for $1,000. So, you divide that by 18, they're cheaper than the hotel room. So check out Airbnbs right there. Pier Park in Panama City is kind of what you'd kind of want to look is keep it within 3 or 4 miles of there, but it's a really inexpensive time of the year down here. Spring break doesn't start for another couple of weeks. It's going to be great.
So this is the challenge I have for everyone. Who here's willing to be challenged a little bit? Put a me in the comments or give me a wave. We all want 2024 to be amazing for you and your family, right? For Partner Code going towards the billions. If you don't yet have your tickets for this event, grab them now, especially if you're in North America. I know we have international here. This will be the biggest IPA that you can have. If you love today, imagine getting around people like Stephanie and Ursula and Kat and Anthony and Todd and Misty in person for a couple of days. And imagine the little hallway conversations. Imagine the actual training that there's going to be breakout rooms. We're actually going to do things together. This will change you and your team's business for forever, but leaders show up in these rooms. So grab your ticket, number one. But here's my challenge to everybody. Social media challenge. Are you willing to take your social media up to another level with consistency of your posts? with taking action like the things that you heard today. Just getting better every single day, being louder, being more authentic, posting your 9 and 3 posts are the best that you can do, and just leaning into the doing things like what Misty gave, these little ideas. Are you committed to doing this on a consistent daily basis by that event? By that event. Because I promise you, if you commit to this for the next 10 weeks, your entire social media, you could go from social media recluse to social media superstar. You're gonna be the next Stephanie Wilson. You're gonna be the next Ursula, the next Kat, the next Misty. But it's gonna take that amount of time, even from a starting point. And I bet one of your stories will be featured on that stage in itself, right? Put a yes in the comments if you're like, I am committed to doing that. It's going to change the game. The loudest, we got to be louder. We got to be prouder. We got to be out there more. Exposure and visibility is going to win. But Todd, thank you for giving us this space today. And thanks for being an amazing host.
Hey, before we go, James, I'd love for you to end us off in prayer.
Absolutely. Dear Father in heaven, thank you so much for this opportunity. We know that the success that's happening right now is not because we're geniuses, but it's because you've given us divine wisdom that we're being obedient to. That's all I heard today. Faith and obedience and diligent. We're not that smart, Lord. You say that you use the foolishness of the world to confound the wise. We thank you for continuing to guide us, to provide us these types of opportunities, and let the testimonies from those that are obedient today continue to be able to flourish and expand and gain influence. Let us be able to get promotions. You say that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous, and let that be today, and uplift another generation of Josephs, lift up another generation of Esthers in this company so that we can boldly proclaim you as Lord. We thank you for this time. We thank you for every single person on this. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. And I'm gonna unmute the line so they can tell all our amazing friends how awesome they are. Here we go.
Great job, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day.